So before heading up to Pilot Expo 2024, we have a pleasure to meet ALSIM president and ask some tricky questions.
Hello, good morning.
First one, you've just celebrated 30 years, I would say first 30 years of the company. Obvious question, what are biggest achievements and the most important, what you've learned during these decades?
Well, I think, the most achievements for us is very easily to be useful for the aviation industry. I think that's certainly the first goal that has been achieved for us, and we believe we helped the training industry to improve the quality of training of the students over the years through the technology, improvement of technology in the FTDs. And we believe it gives also to our customers, financial health. Really, the simulators is also a way for training institutions to be financially healthy and very efficient in terms of training. So that's, for me, the most important achievement I think we had. Customer satisfaction, it's also very very important in our environment, and we are building our future on this customer satisfaction. So that's the second point. I think the history of ALSIM is also starting from a garage and becoming a leader in this niche of market is even if
it's a little bit American dream story, because I was reading a lot about.
Exactly.
You started literally from nothing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's from an idea, with a friend of mine, and we started, really from a garage. We shared at this time a private house, and we had this garage, and really we started 2 years in this garage, and started from there. So yeah, that's that is for us an amazing achievement. Our figures is also, after 33 decades, it's very proud of our 450 devices certified all over the place, 60 countries. So we became, very, very much international. So that's for us a tremendous achievement. We believe also that becoming industrial in this business of a niche, most of our competitors are, and we used to be craftsmen, doing some simulators once in a while. Here we are more in terms of volume. We had to become more industrialized, more educated in terms of production, and we believe that we achieved that. Taking inspiration from the leaders in this industry, like Airbus or even the automobile industry. And so, if one day you come to see us, you will see that the production site is really well designed, has a production chain, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see how we produce.
You made a road from a garage to a real, I would say, as a French one, I'm proud that it's made in France, and it's still yes, but with the global something, and you never know where from a product comes. Here, you can proudly say it's made in France.
It is, absolutely, yes, it is. And we made it well, it's we did it well, and we came with this new idea like 30 years ago of a reconfigurable and a class of aircraft type of simulator. So obviously the regulators allowed us, the norms in Europe allowed us to have credit of ours to use an FTD, which is not a type specific device, and that's the the DNA of the company, to bring this new idea of having, thanks to the screens, 30 years ago, using a screen to display an instrument was pretty new. And this, so the idea came with this a new reconfigurable and generic cockpit. And this is interesting because you learn how to fly in a generic environment versus a type rating where you learn to fly this type of aircraft. But for the general aviation, at the initial training we are talking about, being at start in a generic environment helps you to understand the principle of flights and the concept, and you're focusing on this type of concept. And so the specific the type specific simulator comes later, and that was also a pretty innovative idea 30 years ago. And after 3 decades, we when we look at the sales, the most sold products are the generic devices, and we came for 2 of them over hundreds. The production number is over 100, and that's an achievement also, because it means that this idea 30 years ago was
the right one.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
You're talking about pilots. I'm hearing nonstop about actual pilot shortage and the one we will face in the near future, how it impacts the market and how it impacts sales of your devices. Do you have more and more demand? Because it's not a secret, we need to form pilots in all aviation sectors.
Yes, absolutely. The pilot shortage creates ripple effects in aviation industry. That's for sure. It has multiple effects. The shortage, if you want, persists for many years now, and the growing. It demands that the training institutions bring more pilots to the market, and it plays obviously a very interesting role over the parents, actually, because when you invest so much in a training for your child, it's always a question of, do you get a job at the end? And in this period of shortage of pilots, this is reassuring for the parents to pay for something that will give to their children a job. And so that brings a lot of enrollment in the training institution. So we can witness this at our customers. They get more enrollment than ever. That's very interesting, obviously, for us. There is a volume which grow through this shortage of pilots. The COVID also has even more, after the post-COVID area, if you want, give us a shortage of pilots, which is even eager, because you had an attrition, a natural attrition, and people went during COVID earlier in retiring. Some of them left the industry, and after all this, you have a tremendous lack of pilots on the market. And so, in terms of volume, indubitably, it brings lots more students to our customers.
That means that you need to produce more simulators because they need to form more pilots.
Yes, exactly. They need more, more aircraft, more FTDs, and they need more, more devices altogether. And that's where we also have the phenomenon that the airlines, because of this shortage, needs to hire younger pilots than they used to. So they don't have much experience as a young pilots. So the initial training has to be at a higher level than it used to be. there's no space to grow in the aviation industry. You're directly, especially in Europe, directly from the end of your study in a training institution, you jump into a type rating for an Airbus or a Boeing. So that's a change in the model. And so the FTD comes here along with giving the opportunity for the training institution to get a higher level of training, because the place, it seems maybe weird to say that, but the best place to learn how to fly is in a simulator. You get the knowledge in the simulator and you apply your knowledge in the aircraft. And so we are helped also by the regulators giving us more credit hours towards the FTDs. And that's a good thing, because as FTD manufacturers, we improve our devices, better flight models, better visuals, better cockpits and force feedback, etc. So more realistic, more training tools altogether for the instructor. So all these technical improvements made the simulator more efficient for the training. And it's in an FTD, it's a safe place. You can simulate adverse situation in a very good in a comfort zone, no risk. You can repeat it as many times as you want. In terms of efficiency of learning curve, it's much more than an aircraft. Again, the worst place to learn how to fly is an aircraft. So that's
yes, I prefer that. If I'm flying, I prefer the pilot got all possible situation tested on flight simulator, not testing in the real aircraft with real people on board.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also for our customers. I mean, there is although also some problems like lack of airplane. They don't find the airplanes they need. I mean, the worldwide fleet is aging, and I think the figures are for 3 aircraft disappearing, you have just 1 new aircraft on the market. So there is a lack of aircraft too. So between many opportunities like this, help us to propose FTDs to our customers. And again, you have also the environmental pressure.
Yes.
We all try to save the planet, and flying less to be trained is also helpful for the planet. You have the residents around the airports who are usually put lots of pressure to lower the noise, to lower the pollution, to lower the traffic. All this together is a very attraction for FTDs, and it's not to say that it is useful for everybody. The student, because in terms of quality of training, is going to get high level of training, of quality of training in an FTD, because it's going to be even for our customers as a company, as a training company, it helps them to simplify their maintenance. They have lots of flying less. You get much less expenses on maintenance for the aircraft. You have, in terms of operation, it's much more simpler to use an FTD than managing an aircraft. It's very complex to manage an aircraft, much more than an FTD. So it's very positive for
and even burn fuel, you're saving some CO2 emissions.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we can expect from ALSIM during 2024? Are you coming up with new models, or are you improving something, or you're focused or on something on new markets? What exactly could we expect from you?
Yeah, for sure. We have we are very resilient, so we try every year to and especially in this post-COVID period, we have the winds are in the good direction for us. We recently have been chosen by Cirrus Aircraft to produce and supply their new G7 aircraft FTD. So we are going to deliver this year this new G7 at the HQ in Knoxville in the United States. So that's going to be a new product for us, and that will be proposed to obviously every on the market. We also propose an option for the AL250, which is one of the bestseller in our branch.
That's your bestseller.
Yes. And we our customers usually have most of them have a problem of space, of room, where to put a SIM. They have big hangars to put aircraft, but they forgot to have space for simulators.
Space with a simulator.
There's a culture change to be learned, but anyway, it's still the case. And so we have compacted the AL250. So we produce a compact AL250 using TV screens, and that's going to be an interesting product also, because very much shortened in space. And one of the on a sales aspect, we are building a strong base in the States for North America. Until now, we had agents, and today we are working with an office open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we have actually a training center there for our service center. So every customer can call them. They are based in Sarasota. Yes, and it's a partnership with Cirrus Aviation, not to be confused with Cirrus Aircraft. It's two different companies.
Two different ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's we have landed in America. We've been in America for 20 years, but I mean now it's we
more
have a
serious way.
Exactly. Yes.
You have roots now.
Exactly. Yeah. So you see, I mean, 24 will
you
bring
are
lots
pretty
of
busy. You have a busy year, and with all the rest, what you're let's say with everyday life, I guess you will be very busy. I told that we're almost packing for Berlin. For me, it's going to be first Pilot Expo when I will be really visiting. I'm forced to be for the first one, for the first time there. You've been there. What do you expect from Pilot Expo 2024?
Oh yes, Pilot Expo is for us. It's a kind of a habit, It's an annual meeting that we are recurrently doing. So we're sponsoring this event, and it's a place for us to meet our customers in one go. So it's an interesting. So we don't have a booth over there, but we are sponsoring, and it's a way for us to meet them face to face, so we can discuss, issues and explain the new stuff that we can have. So this year we are bringing some technical experts with us from the maintenance to be able to have a conversation with our customers and being able to answer to all of their questions. So it's really a good meeting for us, because lots of our customers are meeting there, and in a few days we are able to see all of them. So from instead of traveling all over the place, it's a very good show for us. Very good opportunity.
I've been told that it's quite different aviation event, and when I was talking with the creator, with the guy who's the guilty one, he told me you're gonna see it's a happy event. Everyone is smiling. So when you're meeting your customers, basically everyone is smiling and happy to see at least once per year and discuss everything, as I understand.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we work hard every day, for our customer satisfaction. So it's not for us, a fight when we go there. It's really, good
It's an
meetings
annual
and yeah,
family reunion, as I
exactly,
see that.
exactly. Yeah, and it's, you know, like in any couple or in any relation, you need to talk, you know, from time to time, you know, seriously. What's your situation? What can we bring to you? So it's really good for us.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.